Tandem Nomads, episode 129. Nomad Nation, are you focusing on the wrong things in your business? From my experience working with expat partners and global nomads, helping them grow their portable business, I realized that a lot of people waste so much energy and time focusing on the wrong things about their business and their marketing strategies. So here are some tips that will help you make sure to focus on very simple and effective strategies to grow a successful portable business. Hello, Nomad Nation. Welcome to Tandem Nomads, the podcast show and entrepreneurship platform where you can find great inspiration and tips to grow a successful portable business and thrive in your global nomadic life. This is your host, Amel Deregi. I'm a business and marketing coach, and I'm here to help you with lots of great insights and tips to grow your business. So, in this episode, I am selecting the 3 top most popular episodes from the beginning of 2019. So we're airing this episode in the summer of 2019. And for the summer season, as you know, I've decided to shorten these episodes to give you some snippets of previous episodes, as I know that a lot of you are now busy traveling, visiting friends and family, so you might not have as much time to dig deep. However, I want to make sure that you stay up to date and that I can bring you back to some previous episodes with these selections. And funny enough, when I've selected these 3 top podcast episodes related to specifically business and marketing tips, I've realized that all of them are somehow related to these things that we tend to focus on too much and that can derive us from being effective with our marketing strategies. So I'm going to share with you some snippets of each of these episodes where you can go then if you're interested and know more about it. But I have prepared all the links and all the information you will need for each of these episodes. In order to find them, go to tandemnomads.com/129. So the first episode that has been very popular, that is called How to Keep Attention and Attract Clients When You Explain What You Do, is the episode 111. So here is a little snippet. There's only one thing you need to really do when you have to describe your business, your product, your service, or simply answer to the question, what do you do? The only thing you need to do really well is to answer the question, what transformation are you providing? That's it. I know it sounds simple, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to do that. But I just want you to realize that even if the templates I'm going to share with you are going to seem very detailed and maybe complex, I don't think so, but still, the only main idea you have to keep in mind to be able to be successful at describing what you do is describing that transformation. Because anything you are selling at the end of the day is for the sole purpose to provide a change, right? So I'm going to give you a second here to think about it. Try to answer this question. What transformation do you provide? So I'm pretty sure that right now you're having lots of ideas coming in, and I did not give you enough time to think about it maybe. But there's a pragmatic way to answer this question, and it's very simple. And in that template, in the free guidebook that I'm sending you, you're going to have actually the graph that shows you how to answer that question. But it's very simple. You first need to define the situation A, and then you define the situation B, and then you define how you take people from A to B. You want to know what's happening before you start working with your client, what's happening after they work with you or buy your product or service, and how do you take them from A to B? That's all you need to do to be able to be effective at really making people understand what you do and attract potential clients. But I'm going to go even deeper there to help you with that. But I really want you to understand that everything I'm going to share with you today is about doing that exercise of defining what transformation you provide. So to hear more details about how to apply this formula and actually download your free workbook to be able to work on how to describe your business or your product or your service, go to tandemnomads.com/129 and you'll be able to find the link to the workbook right there. Right after this episode was aired, I had so many great feedbacks about this workbook. So if you have not heard this episode and downloaded this workbook, I really highly recommend it to you. It's free and it's available. So make sure to go to tandemnomads.com/129. And by the way, if you already listened to this episode and already did that exercise, please share in the comments your promise. I'm sure that if you remember, there was an exercise to be able to with a template to write your promise. I'd love you to share it with us. So make sure to go to tandemnomads.com/129 and you can share it with us in that comment section. And I want to throw in a little bonus episode. I know that I said that I'm going to share with you the 3 top most popular solo episodes, but I want to add one that I really loved, an episode that I did with Lisa Furland for all of you who have written or plan to write a book. And it's all about how to sell and promote your book and grow your audience. And it's very much related to selling your product and describing what you do, but very specifically to book authors. So check it out. And here's a very short, important message that I want to share from what Lisa has said. And it goes back to why it's important to focus on the right things. And if you don't already know Lisa Furland, Lisa is a self-publishing and crowdfunding consultant. She does an amazing job. I'm really a big fan of everything she puts out there. Here is one of the greatest message of that episode.
It's important to remember that nobody cares about your book more than you do. Nobody cares about your book more than you do. You're the only one who cares about the success. And so it's up to you to celebrate all these milestones. And publishing a book is a huge milestone. I mean, there's so much work that goes into it.
So what we decided to do, Lisa and I, is to divide this episode in 3 parts. Like the first part is all what you have to think about before you write and publish and start selling your book, during the promotion time, and once you've published and started promoting it. How do you keep living with this book and keep the interest for it once it's done? You can find more information about the 3 steps to sell and promote your book and grow your audience on tandemnomads.com/129. And there you'll also be able to find more information on Lisa Furland. And here is the most popular solo episode on how to overcome your fear of putting yourself out there and how to embrace this simple mindset shift. If you are in that situation where you really feel very, very resistant, reluctant, or even afraid of putting yourself out there through videos, but also through social media, I also had clients not wanting to send their newsletters because of the fear of bothering their people. So if you're in that case, this is an episode dedicated for you. And know that I really feel for you because I've been in that situation and I have a lot to share with you about that. And I want to share with you what has helped me get out of my comfort zone, and hopefully it will also help you. It's a mindset shift that you have to have. I want you to think about one thing. Putting yourself out there, it's not about yourself. This will really help you free yourself up. And just to finish with a metaphor about the importance about taking yourself out of the equation. For example, if there's an emergency and somebody's bleeding and needs to stop the bleeding, I'm sure that you will have no hesitation taking your shirt off to help stop the bleeding. So it's the same thing with whatever you have to put online. If you really think it's valuable and it can help others, then think about that metaphor of the shirt. Take off your shirt and stop the bleeding. So Nomad Nation, I hope this really helps you, and keep in mind it's not about yourself. It's about the value that you have to offer and the fact that there are people out there who need it. If you don't do it, you're taking away the chance for them to have access to the product or service that they really need. To find all the guidance that I've shared in this episode to put yourself out there, make sure to go to tandemnomads.com/129. And here is a snippet of the third episode that was really, really popular. I have to say that I've received so much great feedback of it and all the templates I've shared there about how to design an effective website. A lot of people spend so much time focusing on the wrong thing in their website, and there is how you can make sure to design a website that attracts the right clients. Very often, I see people focusing so much time and concern and efforts into choosing the right colors, the right graphics, the right pictures, and sometimes even get overwhelmed with it because they don't know which way to go. I've spent most of my career in the advertising world, so I do know how important branding is, having a good logo, having good color codes, a visual identity, all of that, yes, it's important to think about. But when you're a solopreneur and a small business owner, and you might not have all the budget to be able to invest in an amazing branding, I need you to understand that branding is first about your messaging. That's the most important thing. Your message is your brand, and the way you deliver value, that's your brand, not the color of your web page. Research has shown that people spend, on average, just 15 seconds on a web page. So you just have 15 seconds to make an impression. And most importantly, you only have 15 seconds to be able to convert. The purpose of your website and your whole focus has to be on converting your visitors into customers. So when you only have 15 seconds to do that, you have to be very, very mindful of what are the first messages that come to the attention of the visitors. So we're going to cover that. To get access to all my tips on how to build an effective website, but also download the templates that I've prepared for you, go to tandemnomads.com/129. I hope that you enjoy these little snippets. I'm pretty sure that if you're a loyal listener, you might have already heard all these episodes. And I've already heard in the past that some of you love to listen to these episodes again, take notes, to be able to grasp all the information that I share with you. I know that sometimes I give so much away that it's hard to keep up. So check it out again. Go to this page, tandemnomads.com/129. And I hope you take full benefit of these free resources. And again, always happy to hear back from you and get your feedback. It means the world to me when I can know that this is helpful to you. But also, if you have any other topics or questions that you have, know that I would love to hear about it and love to be able to support you the best I can. So don't forget and don't hesitate to reach out in the comment section of this episode. Thanks so much for listening, Nomad Nation, and I look forward to meeting you in the next episode. Stay tuned to turn your challenges into wonderful opportunities.